Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Radiant Central, and I'm your host, Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today I want to share 3 tips or 3 suggestions as to how someone can get started on a healthy eating lifestyle, okay? I get asked a lot as to how can someone get started. A lot of times when someone is thinking about changing their diet and eating healthier, they get a little bit overwhelmed. And so today I want to just share 3 things that you can start with right now. And the first one would be is to look over your diet, look over your daily diet, and what are the junk foods that you're eating throughout the day? What are the junk foods that you're snacking on? For example, some people like to have a candy bar in the middle of the day, or someone likes to have a bag of chips after work, or someone likes to drink soda with their lunch and their dinner and throughout the day, or things like that. What is one of those things that you're willing to give up right now, today? Okay, and with that thing, I don't want you to replace it with anything. I don't want you to start thinking, okay, I'm going to give up the candy bar in the middle of the day. What am I going to have instead? Because a lot of times when someone starts thinking about what they need to be replacing the junk food with, then suddenly they make the junk food into something that's more powerful than it really is. They feel like they need to have a replacement. They feel like they can't live without it. They feel that something's going to be missing. Whereas if you look at it like, okay, I'm not going to have that candy bar in the middle of the day, I'm just going to move on, then you move on from it. And you're not letting it hold on to you. You're not giving something up. You're just letting it go. I also find too is a lot of times, a lot of these foods that we eat, like the candy bars and the junk food and the chips and the soda, all of that, we're not really eating out of hunger. A lot of times there's an emotional thing or there's an energy thing, right? Someone's tired, so they have a candy bar. Someone is just out of habit. They're always having soda with all their meals, or someone just needs a comfort food, so they go to the bag of chips. But it's not necessarily like a physical hunger or physical thirst. A lot of times it's something else that's going on, and a lot of times it's an emotional thing or it's a habit thing. And so my suggestion is not to replace it with anything, because food and beverages are about nourishing your body, you know, taking care of your hunger, taking care of your thirst. And with these snacks and with letting go of junk food, a lot of times it's about just letting go of that crutch. And if you do feel like you need to replace it with something, then replace it with something that's non-food, a non-food activity. You know, if someone really needs that candy bar in the middle of the day, why not go out for a breath of fresh air? Why not go for a walk around the block? Why not go and talk to someone on the phone, or hang out with your coworker? Or why not listen to your favorite music? Why not do something that is non-food related at those times where you feel you need one of these food items? You know, get into the habit of taking care of your emotions or taking care of your habits in a non-food connected way. The second suggestion I have is to start learning to make your own lunches. I find for many people, lunch is people's downfall. A lot of times people are in a rush first thing in the morning. They don't take a lunch with them. They go to work and then they're hungry at noon, right? Everyone eats at noon. What are you going to eat? So you go and you pick up something at the corner store. You pick up something at the fast food restaurant. And a lot of times for a lot of people, that's eating fast food. It's eating junk food. It's eating processed food. It's not eating fresh food. And so if someone can get in the habit of actually making their own lunches and bringing them with them every day, not only are they eating healthy food for lunch, but they're also learning how to make food, how to plan their meals, how to think ahead, how to get organized with their food. And that itself is essential if you want to start eating healthy. You got to know how to plan your meals. You got to know how to make food. You got to know how to buy your groceries and think ahead. And so if you start with working with your lunches, you're taking care of 2 things. You're already going to be eating healthy, and you're learning how to prepare things, how to do things. And I would say for a lot of people, they can actually save money as well. As a suggestion as to what to eat for lunch, what to bring with you that's easy. For me, I love soup and salads. Okay, when I've worked for people and I've had to go outside of my home, or when I've gone to school, I've always sort of relied on soup and salads. One thing about making a soup is you can make a huge batch of soup at home for very cheap and out of great ingredients, and it can last for days. It could last even almost a week in the fridge, and that's something that you can just put into a jar and bring with you to work. Plus with the salad, what I would do is at least once or twice a week, I would make a large salad dressing, put it in a jar, and put it in the refrigerator, and when I'm going to work, I transfer a small amount with me to bring to work for my salad. easy. Another person had recently told me that one thing that worked for her to lose weight was that she started bringing her own vegetables and dip, and that's what she would have for lunch every day, was just cut up raw vegetables and a small little bowl of hummus or guacamole or something like that. And she felt that really made her full. And that's something that she did several times a week as her lunch, and that helped her lose weight as well. And she made her own hummus and other dips as well. So that's something too to think about. What is easy that's easy to bring with you, and then you can make a large quantity that you can keep in the fridge and have something available every day just to put together and bring to work with you. Okay, easy, or bringing to school. School and work, same thing. You're gonna need a lunch. The third suggestion I have is to make it a priority to have one green salad a day, minimum. Okay, and that green salad would preferably be a large green salad, or it could be a green salad with a meal, but having at least one a day. The downfall in majority of people's diets today is there's not enough vegetables. If I were to look at most people's diets and say, where do people lack on? It's usually the vegetables and green leafy vegetables. And so one thing I suggest to keep that simple is make it a priority to have one salad a day. And you can have that for lunch, or you can have that for dinner. You can even have it for breakfast if you like. And it could be part of your meal or as your meal. And the beautiful thing about salad, if you get into it, you can make fantastic salad dressings, and you can add things into the salad to make it a heartier salad. So you make a beautiful green salad and you throw some vegetables in it, but you can also throw like a handful of beans or legumes into it, or you can throw in some whole grains into it, or you can throw in a little bit of cheese or some sliced up meat or shrimp or all sorts of stuff. You can even have a little baked tempeh or something in there too. I mean, there's so many things you can add in, nuts and seeds and avocados, and I mean, so many things that you can really kind of spice it up and make it into a substantial meal, and it's super healthy. So those are my 3 tips on how to get started to eat healthy. Once you get those things going, then you can actually start making even more and more adjustments. But start with eating a salad a day. Start with making your own lunches, and start with just letting it go of at least one processed junk food, snack food that you have a day, and don't replace it with anything. Just let it go. All right, so those are my 3 suggestions, and I just want to remind everyone too that the next 10-day juice fasting program starts tomorrow, August 5th. If you want to join us, it's a 10-day juice fasting program. It's an online program. And also, many people have been asking me too about the next 7-day raw food challenge. Every month I host a raw food challenge online as well, similar program, and that starts August 18th. So that's in 2 weeks if you want to join us for that program as well. If you want more information on the 10-day juice fasting program or the 7-day raw food challenge, you can go to my website at radiantcentral.com, click on products, and you'll see them there. All right, have a super fabulous day, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.